going back in?
There's still men out there. God damn. When I go home, people ask me, "Hey, Hoot, why do you do it, man? Why? Just some kind of war junkie?" I won't say a goddamn word. Why? They won't understand. They won't understand why we do it. They won't understand it's about the men next to you. And that's it. That's all it is.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
I want to make it clear that the views expressed by our hosts are not considered the official stance of MBR Views. Remember, this is all about having fun and enjoying the ride.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's MJ, and today I want to speak to each and every one of my beautiful brothers and sisters of arms, whether you're active or whether you are a beautiful veteran who did service as a hero for all of us. So today I'm going to ask, what is your life purpose? What do you think that was? Was your life purpose for serving others? If you know what your life purpose is, then let's ask, what's your soul purpose? Are you fulfilling both your life purpose and your soul purpose at the same time? So let's get into it. A life purpose of a military, whether you're active or vet, you have either a soldier's outcome or a warrior's outcome. If you're a soldier, you were placed in there, right? You were placed because a soldier means on demand. But if you're a warrior, you were there because your life purpose is serving others, just like our beautiful Knight Templars, just as our beautiful archangels, especially Michael with the sword. As in the military in the 80s, I enjoyed every part of my being. I went in guaranteed as an air traffic controller. And I know there's some of you out there who went in guaranteed, and that's awesome. So I'm going to highlight some things so that we can figure out, where's our life purpose? Where's our soul's purpose? So when we go in, we either go in because we are in a place where we know what we want, and we have this dual flavor of saying, do I really have the money for an education? Do I believe that my government can help me succeed in life? So we come in ROTC. So it guarantees us that we're going to have a 4-year degree no matter what. And then we serve back. Then we have the other people who may have got themselves in a little bit of trouble in life as a juvenile, and then they're forced to go in, right? That is their way of giving back to society and to community. And then we have the ultimate, the lifers, right? The warriors. You're definitely a warrior if you're a lifer, and you definitely know your purpose. And warriors, the warriors are there because they know there's a need to protect. There's a need for the service to others. So let's get into the nitty gritty. This will be a 4-part, okay? It's a 4-part series. The first one is, why did you ask me about your purpose? So let's go to life. What is your service life purpose? Are you being enslaved by, or are you slaving it? Which one? And if you don't feel the word slave is appropriate, then ask, are you happy when you wake up every day? Are you saying, hoorah, because I'm going to go? I'm going to go and protect this beautiful freaking country? Or are you sitting there going, I don't understand why I did this. I don't understand how I got here. In the 80s, I watched a lot of these types of people, even in basic training. You saw them. I know you did. You saw those who were like, what did I just get myself into? But you active, beautiful people who are fighting for my freedom and the freedom of everybody here, you're a hero. You're a hero. Whether you were put in there as a soldier or a warrior, you're still a hero because you had the courageousness and you had the bravery to say, here I am. And I had to make these choices, or they were made for us, right? So being pushed in as a soldier doesn't necessarily mean you have to stay in there, right? If you had a life lesson that you had to go through, there is no dishonor in coming out after your term. There is no dishonor of saying, I did, but it's no longer for me. Because then there's a soul purpose. You had a life purpose, right? Now you have a soul purpose. The soul purpose was, this is what I had to do. This was me, right? I went in, guaranteed, air traffic control in the 80s. Well, by the time I went in, Ronald Reagan was calling for air traffic controllers, so my time was shortened. But in the end, I stood for my brothers and sisters and was used as a test dummy. And then it took me out of my career. It took me out of air traffic control. I had to start all over again. But every time somebody asks me about that, I look at them and I tell them, I don't regret it. It allowed me to grow up. It allowed me the ever-essence to push through any type of discipline, any type of stress, any type of ideology or event that I found myself in. The teachings that you learn, community, love of man, love for yourself, honor, dignity, loyalty, education. These are all part of why I don't regret. I was young. I went in. I knew I was going to go, and I wanted to. I wanted to go. And I figured, I'm committed. I'm committed to the 4 years. And when you commit to something, you finish. You know why? Because some point, somehow, somewhere, there's life lessons, whether through karmatic past events, past lives, cellular data memory. Our body holds all of that. Our body is a miraculous being to hold these energies. So in doing our due diligence, if we got in trouble, well, we gave back, right? We gave back. And we look at what trouble we had. And it's okay. It is okay. Nobody's judging. There's no ego. So if you got yourself in trouble and they forced you to be a soldier, you're my hero. If nobody else tells you that, you're my hero because you came out of dark and you're rising to serve others. May not be your thing. So it's not your sole purpose, right? Your soul has to have a purpose, even if you were pushed in there. So what do? You dig deep inside and find where that soul purpose is. Because it's okay. It's okay. You gave 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, a lifer. It is all okay. And you are brilliant. Yeah, you're brilliant. You're brilliant in my eyes. You're my hero, and you always will be. My brothers and sisters of arm, every single one of you. No judgment, no ego. You are breathtaking to me and deserve and honor everything and everything that you can get in this lifetime. Thank you. Thank you. Then you have the people who signed in, not general, but was guaranteed or went through an education. So these are beautiful too, because you know you want to stand for your country. You want to stand for your fellow man. But yet you know that you'll be missing an apex in your life if you don't have some sort of education moving forward, right? Just in case you get injured. You need an education. You got to go forward. The way our beautiful government works is that they're going to help you. You come in, you get that education, you give us your years back. That's the balance. It has to balance. It can't be all or nothing. It has to have a balance. We have to find ourselves in the middle, right? So to find ourselves in the middle, we say thank you, right? Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to fulfill what either I couldn't afford or it really wasn't something on the outside that said, ooh, let me do mechanics on airplanes and not in the military. Then you're limited, right? You're limited to commercial airlines. But in the military, you got them all, right? You got from the helicopters to the gliders to the flights to the Cessnas, all the way up to our B-1 bombers, to our stealths. You know how to work on everything. Wow. What an education you got, right? What an education. That is amazing. Let's just say you went in for something else, right? You went in for nursing. You went in for physical therapy. You went in to help your brothers of arms who got injured. What a beautiful miracle you are now. From your life purpose to your soul purpose. Do you love working on people? Do you love helping them go forward? Because your life purpose as service to others was to sacrifice yourself. And now your soul's purpose is, I did it and I lived through it. And now here I am, helping my brothers and sisters, whether it's through physical therapy, whether it's through nursing, whether it's through anything else. Do you understand? We turn our life purpose into our soul purpose. And when we do something for self-love and for our love and for our soul's purpose, you can only smile. And you can only honor for those lessons and those teachings. Okay? Now we go to the last one of this category. And that one is, you already know you're a lifer. You know you're that warrior. You are Archangel Michael. You are that strong person who says, and I will defend Lady Liberty and all of those who are on those ground. That is who we are, right? Serving of peace, serving of justice, serving of mankind. And that is honorable. Yep, sometimes our lifers come out broken. Sometimes our lifers come out damaged. And you should see them, wheelchairs climbing ropes. They let nothing stand in their way. Nothing. These warriors, nothing. So, if you're disabled with whatever, right? My story will be coming soon on my channel, but I understand disabilities very well. I understand who you are, that you gave. I treat a lot of PTSD, and I get it. Where is the honor? You're the honor. And I love you, and the world loves you because of your honor. Yep, we might be missing legs, toes, arms. Some of us missing our lives. Ultimate Templar. And those people deserve taps. They deserve it. Like you. When you come home, you deserve flying flags. You deserve love and peace and to have resilience. So, when we're into the military, we have to figure out, which one are we? Are we the soldier who were demanded to go in because we got ourselves in trouble? Are we honoring both sides of who we are that want to give to our country but also need help? You're beautiful too. I'm in there. And then you have the ultimate warrior, the ultimate Knights Templar, and the ultimate hero. Hoorah. Aim high. Be those people. Be those people, those sovereign beings who protect me and my country like no tomorrow. I cannot have any other admiration or love for those of you who do that. Don't ever listen to somebody wanting to break you down of your courageousness, your bravery, your honor, because there's so many of us here who want to pick you up and know what you went through. We're going to touch more on this in the next 3 episodes. So you might want to stay tuned, because we might turn that sorrow of frustration right into this big warrior, brave beyond hero in a lot of people's eyes. So stay tuned. I am MJ. People know me as Esmeralda, but others know me as Airman Lynn. I'm here. I'm right here. And I will love you and honor you, and I will make sure the world loves and honors you for your commitment, your dedication, your bravery, and your foothold in life of knowing you're serving for others. Until next time, may God bless you.
Another regular day, nobody knows. It's that time, he's coming home to them from a foreign land. He pulls up, his mama cries, looks at daddy with tears in his eyes and says, nothing feels better than this. Couple of months go by and no one sees. Something just ain't right, all he wants is peace. He needs help, but he don't know the path to take or the way to go to be free and put his mind at ease. We will help, 'cause we can't stand to see a soldier go to God by their own hands. We will do everything we can to make 22-0 again. He gets help, but he still feels off, sees an ad on the TV about a dog batting said, this is a man's best friend. Whoa, so he goes one day and he picks it up. Never thought a dog could bring so much love and put a smile on his face. But he's finally found a saving grace. He needs help, but he don't know the path to take or the way to go to be free. Put his mind at ease. We will help, 'cause we can't stand to see a soldier go to God by their own hands. We will do everything we can to make 22-0 again. Whoa, whoa. He needs help, but he don't know the path to take or the way to go to be free. Put his mind at ease. help, 'cause we can't stand to see a soldier go to God by their own hands. We will do everything we can to make 22-0 again.
Hey, we're back for round 2. Remember, we were talking about the soldiers and the warriors, and there's 2 personalities that make up the soldier. So this is part 2. We're going to go ahead and we're going to dive into those soldiers who gave their time back, or they were pushed in. So let's start there. So we still need to understand that all of us make mistakes in life. We all do. We are not to be judged on those, because if we judge, we better not open up our backpack full of stuff, right? So if we got pushed into the military because of being in juvie or because of some other reason, now we have to consider, is this our karmatic debt? Is this a life lesson that we had to go through? Do we have to come back and figure out why? Most of the time we do, because that's the belief and switch that we have to get to. That's the paradox that we have to get to. That does not judge our love for ourselves, right? Of course we make mistakes. Sometimes we pay for them and they're easy. Sometimes we pay for them and they're not so easy. So in the military, when you go through basic training, you get to meet a lot of these different individuals. And we are pickled, right? We have just a name, but we are brought down to nothing because we are all one. That's what I love about the military. It doesn't matter what stage of life that you come from, we are all one. We all wear the same uniform. We all wear the same socks, the same shoes. We all have to do the same thing, right? We are one. That one, the I am light, the I am that Christ light. I'm one. And that's what I like. Because no matter where you came from, you were one. You were one with all of us, no matter what part of life you came from. Okay. So you had a life learning lesson as a juvie. All right. And guess what? You probably are the most courageous, the most beautiful man or woman, because not only did you screw up a little bit, but then you got forced into doing something you really didn't want to do, right? And when that happens, sorry, there was a bug in my face, but it's okay. I'm outside. I love the outside. When we get forced, then it becomes a very big problem. If we're getting forced and it is against our will, now we become problematic in rooting, right? We have to get rooted. And that free will destroys our roots, our root chakras. Our root chakras are the metaphysical. So when we connect everything, all of our chakras, and that one isn't there because someone thwarted our free will, now we have some issues, right? We don't need to have these issues because now we can have a belief and flip, right? This is what I did. Father, forgive me, for I have no idea that I have done so. Father, forgive them because they have no idea what they have done, right? We're on both sides, right? Both sides of the equation. So at that, now we understand those soldiers. We can understand their mental acuity. We can understand their disturbance. We can understand why they might not be happy being directed all the time, being authoritative. Because we've already in juvie, and here we are. Now we're going into the military for another authoritarian figure. When does that karmatic debt end? That's the true source. When does it end? When can we possibly say, I've learned and I thank you, and you thank me? Some of them, they're lifers. They become lifers, the ultimate. They went from soldier because they had to learn something. But God is so beautiful and divine grace is so beautiful that what did it do? It opened up that path for you. It opened up that path for you to be service of others, for you to give back, and for you then to say, I'm good. I'm good. I have my money. I have my clothing. I have my food. I have my shelter. I have a job. I'm getting up. I'm contributing to society. And I'm no longer able to be judged. Good for you. Good freaking for you. I love that. And I think that you should shout that to the world. And if somebody says, oh, well, you that, zip it. Zip it, zippy. We aren't there today, and we'll never be there again. We don't have to be, because we have free will. So if you had it and you paid your penance and you came out, thank you. Thank you for serving. Thank you for honoring, and thank you for giving us this freedom. If you had trouble and you've learned, and now you're just like, oh my gosh, I had to go through the mud, the muck, the chaos to get where I needed to be. That's life. Everybody goes through chaos. They don't tell you where that chaos is or when that chaos is going to happen. But we're all in there. We all had those dark moments. A white lotus never blooms unless it comes from the darkest of muds. Remember that. So you, my beautiful friends, who are there and who serve diligently outside of your free will for punishment, I love you. Thank you. Thank you for that. And those of you who did that and stayed in to find the light within you and your life purpose and your soul's purpose, what an honor. What an honor. Do you see how something that might have been a little bit not nice can go directly into some of the most beautiful things ever? You did that. Pat yourself on the back because you did it. And nobody who has never walked a step where you have been, they can't judge you. Their ego, so what? Their ego just means that they are just not part of the society that understands conscious, positive paradigm. They're back living in old patterns and old belief systems. Father, forgive us, for we know not what we have done. Father, forgive them, for they have no idea what they have done. They're following man. They're following man's ideologies, egos, and judgments. And you, my friend, you made it. If you're listening, you made it. Thank you. And maybe you're still out there, and I still thank you. I still thank you. And most people should. Thank you. Thank you. Same for cops. You know, cops are a different story because you can't really be juvie to do that, but same type of thing, right? So, bottom line, if you are in the military and you were forced in there beyond your free will, forced by parents, forced by county, forced by the country, for whatever, you honorably did a beautiful thing. So thank you for that. We'll get into that when we discuss relationships and events in our life a little bit more. But that's part of this dynamic, this paradigm, right? Thank you for listening. I'm MJ. And I'm here so that we can do conscious, positive paradigm from today and all days.
Been home about 6 months now, and I still have my doubts. Well, I'm not sure how I got here or how I'm gonna get out. Well, my mama says I look the same as I did before I left, but if she could see inside of me, it would scare her to death. I can still taste the powder from the barrel of my gun, and I can hear my sergeant screaming, "Run, soldier, run!" And I can feel the backpack on my shoulders, God, it weighed a ton. And I see death in every single thought. Well, they taught me how to put that uniform on. I just can't get it off. Last Saturday they honored us in a small parade downtown, and when they shot off those fireworks, I nearly hit the ground. And while they smiled and cheered for us, all I could do was stare. 'Cause part of me is here at home, but part of me's back there. Well, I can still taste the powder from the barrel of my gun, and I can hear my sergeant screaming, "Run, soldier, run!" And I can feel the backpack on my shoulders, God, it weighed a ton. And I see death in every single thought. They taught me how to put that uniform on. I just can't get it off. Yeah, there's no end in sight. 'Cause even though I'm home now, I'm still fighting for my life. Well, I can still taste the powder from the barrel of my gun, and I can hear my sergeant screaming, "Run, soldier, run!" And I can feel the backpack on my shoulders, God, it weighed a ton. And I see death in every single thought. Well, they taught me how to put that uniform on. I just can't get it off. Well, the devil's won some battles, and he may win some more, but don't he know the American soldier will always win the war?
Hi, welcome back to Life Purpose, Soul Purpose. This is episode 3. In the first one, we just talked in general about different ways how we came in, right? Came into the military. Then the second one was about not our free will, being told that we had to go or that we went. And now tonight, this one we're going to discuss, which is a joyful one for most. I think so, because it's the way I went in. But here it is. You had either ROJ or ROJCT in high school, or
you decided you were going to go in guarantee with something. And the next one is the officers, right? Where you go in and you do your 4 years in college, and then you come out and then you have your degree, and then you go in officer wise. And that's probably a good one too. However, we're going to get to that one. Let's start with those of us who went in high school, ROJTC, right? The juniors who are in the high school already apprenticing and then going in. Most of the time, somebody in that family was military that they honored and looked up to. And they had a good experience, or they have that gene. You know what I'm talking about? They have that gene, and they start early. And most of them, they get through. They go through it in high school. They go into college, and they're still doing it, and then they serve. And most of the time, they're still in there. They're being the warriors too. But when the other ones get to know nothing in life besides what that is, then that is their journey too, right? And that is a good thing, because at that point, you followed your ancestral line, or you knew somebody who you really admired for giving you your freedom and your free will, or you had something else that said, this is going to be a cool route because I can build and build and build, and then I can climb into my rankings, right? And some people with the GS pays, they think of that. So these guys go in, and those who make lifers are great, right? Though they already have their education, they gave back, and now they're lifers. Then you have those who went in, gave, and went in and got their education and did their stuff, right? All the way through. And they decide, you know what? I don't know anything else. There's a big world out there, but I don't know any other way, because this is this is all I know. This is what I was conditioned, right? Man, conditions. And as humans, as people here, that we are spiritual beings living in a physical experience. Now that's my belief. And if we are reincarnate, that would be a really good belief to do. If that is the case, and you are in there, but you want to see the rest of the world, or there's something more out there, then I would tell you, you have the best of all worlds, because you are brave enough to start at such a young age. You were brave enough to continue going. Yet you didn't get to the hardcore of what it was. And maybe when you got to the hardcore of in there, you decided, I'm going to give back because I'm honoring. And I'm going to give back because it's what we do, right? We made a contract. And then our contract's over, and we are delighted, and we accomplished all of our goals. And now we get to see the outside world, because your life purpose was to do it, but your soul purpose wasn't there. So now where's the soul taking you? Where's the next step? What did you write in that life plan? And if you're still going through it and you're listening, then you see it is the best of both worlds. The best. Because they'll even probably help you find something, right? I know there's a lot of employers out there who love to hire the vets. That's all they do. They secretly, I know it's biased, I know it's all blah, 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 right? Not politically correct. But they do look for them because they're timely, they're responsible, right? And that's you. So there's a lot of people who honor you because you served. You had the courage at such a young age to serve. You are just a beautiful Templar. You are. And I love you. And I can't thank you enough for doing what you did. So then we have the people who, at the end of the year, they become awarded with scholarships. And they had to apply for the scholarships. So they knew, like your Westminster boys, Colorado Springs, right? The colleges, Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, all the colleges. Now they are living life because they've got to live their youth. They got to live in an atmosphere for college so they don't miss out on that. And then they also have the atmosphere where they go out and they're able to do the courageous, brave thing and get that adrenaline and pump it and honor, right? Honor our freedom. And you also get an education that's beautiful. You get to use it right away. Get the experience behind you. If you stay, you stay. And you just move up in your ranking and your GS. Or you come out. You're another one. It is a win-win, whatever your sole purpose and whatever it is for your life purpose. So that's a great one too. The people who go in and think that they made a big mistake, no, you didn't. There was something you learned, okay? Both of you. There was something you learned. It was a give or trade, right? But it was something that helped you get your education. Maybe you didn't have the money. And so ROTC was it, right? You give me, I give back. That's honorable. And that's awesome because it teaches the responsibility of not giving up and not quitting and not honoring your words for them to give you the education and then to pay back. Congratulations, because that's an honor. A lot of people don't keep their words today, and that's interpretation, right? That is another show. We're going to get into that too later down the line. And now we have those people who came who knew that they just wanted to go. They wanted to serve. They wanted to serve and honor all. The I am. They wanted to serve everybody. How generous, right? And they went in guaranteed. Why? Because I know what I wanted. You might have known what you wanted. I told you this was my where I was. And I had to wait for it. Thank gosh I started the process in 11th grade. My family was, and maybe some of you are out there, my family was split. I think half my family said, oh my God, no. And the other half of the family was like, congratulations, honorable, thank you, I appreciate you. And I can see the fear of losing somebody you love. That's hard too. And I can see the fear of you leaving those you love behind. And that's the relationships, and we're going to get into that one because that affects our beautiful vets so much, those relationships. So that's coming up. Not in this series. We have, let's go back to the guarantee. You can go into that, but there's things that they don't tell you when you do that. Yeah, we always find out later. Or did they tell you and you weren't paying attention because it was a life purpose? You already knew. It was already going to happen. It was there the whole time. And you come in. I knew, and I'm sure most of them knew, like you just wanted to go in. But you wanted to go in to make sure you got guaranteed and just not general. Because you knew you wanted to do something. And you didn't know if it was going to be a forever thing. But you knew what you wanted to do, and the best education you could have possibly got to get that was through one of these beautiful armed forces, right? As an air traffic controller. I knew the best way that I could go was guaranteed. Because the line for air traffic control and the civilians were on strike with our dear President Ronald Reagan. So air traffic controllers through the military got pushed real quick. And I knew that's what I wanted when I was probably 10th grade. I wanted to be an air traffic controller. And then after doing the research, by the time I was in 11th grade, then I signed guarantee. So if that's how you all did it too, then you already had that bravery. You already had that heroicness about you. It was just tucked really deep inside. And maybe you didn't know it was there. We knew it was there because we did it. And here we are. Maybe you're out now. Maybe you're a veteran. Thank you. I'm honored. I'm in love with you. Thank you for giving. If all of us would give like that, and all of us would have the courageous and the honor and the trust, this would be such a beautiful world. But I think that's what we're about secretly. I really do. I think that's what all of us, we're all one. And I think those who are doing that was either in a crusade for the right, or they were part of the Templars. I don't know. That's how I feel. And I feel that they are so courageous. And in this lifetime, they are so honored. And those who lost their life in doing this, proud, extremely proud. So they're the three in this category. They are all tied together, and each one of them, each and every one of them, is an honor, because you're finding out who you are. You're finding out really deep what attributes you have. And you find out a lot about yourself, and you get to grow up really quick. Not under the wings of mommy and daddy. They don't have a choice. There's no more directing by mom and dad. That's hard. That's hard. And it's hard all the way over. And again, we're going to get in that relationship too. But those who are there with these and they took off with it, your life purpose and your soul purpose has been met. And those of you who served and did your time after you were given, and you went and explored like the gypsies that we are. I think all of us people in the military are some form of gypsy, because we're wanderers. We like to travel. We like to go. We also like to be honorable. And we also like to fight for our freedom, for this beautiful country that we're in. Look around. Be aware of how beautiful the breezes, the trees are. Be aware of your surroundings. Sit in silence. Put down the phone. Wait. Listen to me first, and then put down the phone. Anyway, I just hope, and I not hope, I don't like the word hope. It gives too much out there. I honor and I praise you. And nobody can take that. Honor and praise yourself. You deserve it. Don't be egoic. Just love yourself. That's all we ever care about, is loving ourselves. Because when we love ourselves, anything around us, it's okay. Maybe they don't love themselves. If they're irritated, it's on them. Remember that too. They're the catalyst, not you. You could have been. But if you feel nothing and they do, it's on them. So that's going to wrap this one up. This is episode number 3 with the world of conscious, positive thinking. I'm MJ, and your life purpose and your soul purpose is soon going to be found out, and you're going to have a belief and switch before you know it. Stick with me. We're going to go through all of them. Stay tuned. I'm MJ. I'll be back on the next one.
"60 years went rolling by. It was here we said goodbye. The war was brewing, it was extreme. We were only teens. I knew the day I died, all alone, my brand new bride. Our favorite song would be a sign I'd be back in time. So raise raise a flag with pride and grace. I seen the pain on a soldier's face. Bring me home, both sides say, I'm a soldier of the USA. You weren't alone all these years. I seen you cry, I know your tears. You raised our child and a family, all without me. You've done well with your life, lots of friends by your side. I heard a nightly secret prayer, I was always there to raise a flag with pride and grace. I seen the pain on a soldier's face. Bring me home, both sides say, I'm a soldier of the USA. Now it's time, my lovely wife, to bring you home. Say goodnight. Close your eyes to our favorite song. Can you see me now? Can you see me now? One day we'll come back in time for those we leave behind, but for now we'll watch them grow. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home.
Hello. Okay, here we are. We're at our final episode 4 for Life Purpose, Soul Purpose. And this one is about the warriors. This is about the ones who go in knowing in all forms who they are, where they are, what they're doing, and know that they're truly a crusader. They're truly part of the Knights Templars. You lifers who repetitively give your life and put your life on the line for us and serve for that department. There's no words. It is without words. And it's just honor, and it's grace, and it's humility. And there's people who can't even understand what you go through. Some of these people are your Green Berets, your Navy SEALs, right? Your Special Task Force, your high spy in intelligence. Some of these people are just remarkable who they are and what they put their life in danger for us. Nobody should ever question you why you do what you do, especially if they're breathing the air here that they're living in. We have a choice, and that choice is always yours. And for you to continuously make that choice and be in there, and the years that you are in there, thank you. Thank you so much. It is an honor, and it truly is. And I know that's hard, and it has to be hard on you, because leaving your home, leaving your family and friends, and taking that life purpose journey, knowing you need to be able to make and help protect the world over. help and protect those in the direst of needs, to balance, to help and be discerned with how allies are treating those around us. Are we being fair? Are we balanced? Are we just? And you now become that person. And that person, I don't have there's so many beautiful words I could say. But sometimes when you all come out and you are dead on that front line and you have done so much, and then some of us come out injured, some of us come out having a lot of guilt, some of us come out wondering, did you do the right thing? You did the right thing. Love you. You had orders from your commander. You put yourself in this predicament. You made the choice before you even got here to be that beautiful, beautiful Knights Templar. Those archangels. It hurts me to know that there's still so much chaos in the world, and there's still so much unrest, and we're losing our Knights Templars in this unrest, and we're losing our warriors throughout this. They fought hard and glorious, and praises for them. And then when you continue on and you don't have that fear, you just have justice. You just have the amount of admiration for your family, for your friends, for everybody. That is beyond graciousness. That is beyond giving. That is beyond heart. Love you, love yourself, because you deserve that love so much. You so deserve it. And I believe wholeheartedly justice always reigns, right? It always comes out. And it's hard. I mean, I'm sure it's extremely hard, because being that person, your life purpose and your soul purpose is truly that warrior. It's truly that person who sees that you have to stand. You made the decision to say, I will stand for you on my honor. I will serve God, mankind, my country. And with love in your heart, you chose to separate from what was loving and conditioned, from a family, from friends. It had to be hard on you. I understand you. I do. And I love you. The world loves you. And when people start asking silly questions, such as, why did you do it? What did you do? Are you a martyr? Did you just want to, make everybody think and heavy about you? That's ego. That's judgment on them. Don't dive into that. Don't even pay attention to that, because that is their energy. That energy, that belongs to them. Who dare question why you did what you did for the whole United States, for our allies? And then to have somebody question you, maybe they should ask themselves, I think I need help. How come I wasn't courageous enough? How come I didn't do that? Instead of ripping you apart or asking you. I heard some of these blog talks and some of these commercials, and I have to tell you, for people to state some of those comments, I'm saddened. It hurts my heart to know that you willingly would sacrifice your life for them, for their freedom, for their will. but yet question you, dishonor you. Don't allow it. Ever, 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 ever don't allow it. Because you are divinely beautiful. You are divinely ordered. You are the warriors, those Knights Templars, those Archangels directed. But this isn't where you're supposed to be. God would have never allowed your life path to be that. That's your soul purpose. I'll bet if you open up some of your Akashics, you'll find those beautiful warriors, those beautiful Knight Templars, those beautiful heroic people in life. And people have all different strengths of life and different levels of life, and you know, they have different journeys. Your life purpose and soul purpose, it's the same. You're on that journey, and you knew it. You knew it. You knew it from the start. You knew it, that it was going to happen, and you knew without a doubt this was your purpose. This was your quest. This was your contract. And you did it with flying colors. If you're listening to this, I love you. Thank you. My gosh, thank you. And if I can help you flip any negative thought process that you may have, or understanding a guilt within your heart or your soul for any type of action that you took, come, get in touch with me. My name's MJ. I would love to talk to you. I would love to change that belief and flip pattern, because these old paradigms of people don't work. Peace, love, and war, I get it. People scream for peace and balance and no war. But unfortunately, there are people out there, they want war. They want control, right? They want power. They think that's their life purpose. But truly, they're very low in vibration, and they're very dark. And they don't belong on this beautiful, positive realm of life. They don't belong here. You do. Because the justice that you're fighting for, I know you just don't aim and shoot. You question where we're at, right? Some of us, unfortunately, are directed in combat, and that's really tough. And those are the ones that you want to hug. Get them, hug them, hold them, love them, help them understand that they had a purpose here on this beautiful earth. And their purpose was for justice. Their purpose was for honor. Their purpose was for balance. Their purpose was to remain the beautiful souls that we are, instead of taking multiple lives, innocent lives, with these, bombs and everything else. And I understand taking out, the hierarchy who's taking it out, taking out their flights, taking out their planes. I get that. And you did such a great job. We come back a little bit broken, but we're only broken if we allow it to be broken. So this last person, this last how you go in as a life purpose, your life purpose and soul purpose were met. However long you stay in, however long you did stay in and come out, or if you got injured, may glory reign within your veins and in your heart, because that's where it belongs. It truly does. It belongs there. And even though I am so proud to be able to talk to you through here, I would love a chance to be able to help each and every one of those warriors who question about what they did, or where they had to go, or what was going on. Specialty forces are not easy. Long-term life on the front line is not easy. You have such courage, such bravery. It is amazing. And the faith that you have in Father, Mother, God, to know that the Templars, these knights, these angels, are going to go straight back. Going straight back to their maker. With joy in their heart, hopefully. With an understanding that they had a task to do. And they were soldiers of God. Not soldiers of man. Soldiers of God. Balance this. Use whatever you have to balance this, to make them understand. And maybe that's a direction. I would love to talk to one of you, to see today the voices that you hear when you're on that battlefield. Are they the Knight Templar voices? Are they the Archangel voices? Are they Archangel Michael protecting you, shielding you, honoring you? I bet they are. This topic can render into sadness, or it can render in the happiest moments that we could possibly ever go through. And I'm taking the happiest ones, because if you're listening, you know who you are. Hoorah! You know who you are. And we're going to get into, now that this series is over, hopefully you're going to see how we're going to keep flipping some patterns here. Keep talking, keep expressing, keep using that voice, your voice, that throat chakra. Because when you close this up, it hurts our heart, it hurts our solar plexus or our stomachs. It forces us not to stay rooted into Mother Earth, so our root chakra comes undone. Speak, talk, understand with grace, with glory, with honor. You can do it. I know who you are. And so do you. And be so proud of yourself, because there isn't one person who's not proud of you. And those who come back to question what you have done, to play a martyr or to play, Rambo, say you're damn straight. Somebody had to do it. And that was my quest. That was my life purpose. That is my soul's purpose. And now I'm here to let go. Heal, let go, let God, let love. Thanks for listening. I'm MJ. It's the World Conscious Positive Paradigm.
That's the show for today, everyone. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with an all-new show. And remember, you can listen to us again and again. The podcast of this radio show is available right after we go off the air tonight, anywhere that you can get your podcast episodes. And thanks for joining us today. I'd like to take a moment to talk about something close to my heart. Military Broadcast Radio is doing incredible work to support our veterans and bring their voices to the world. They rely on your generous donations and your dedicated volunteer hours to make it happen. I encourage you to consider supporting NBR in any way, form that you can. Use this QR code that's attached to the picture, or you can go to our website at mbradio.us. That's MikeBravoRadio.us to learn more about how you can donate or volunteer even just an hour a week from your home. Help make a difference in the lives of our veterans, because once again, we're all here for you and not for us. We're giving our veterans a voice.